Morning everyone, I'm here at Gatlin State Park, about a half mile or so outside of Burkittsville, so known stomping ground for the Blair Witch. I'm gonna do a little bit of a training hike so I get ready for my 2021 through hiking attempt adventure. If you're here because you asked how you could follow along and get pictures and things like that, that's awesome. This is the place to be, at least for now. And I say for now because I'm not super set on how comfortable I am doing YouTube, being that it's public, but given all the things that we had to consider as far as getting videos out to people, being able to coordinate, not having to approve friend requests left and right, and not really being on social media myself, seemed like at least to start, YouTube's the way to go. And if it becomes difficult or annoying, we'll just figure out something else. But for all of you who are here, that's great. I'm happy to share this little adventure with you, however long it lasts. And thanks for coming along for the ride. So I've only gone about 3/4 of a mile already. Had to stop and take off my long sleeve shirt. It's about 55 degrees now, which is amazing because in preparing for the possibility of hiking in very cold weather in the mountains, I've been doing a lot of hikes over the winter in the low 20s, the mid 20s. So 55 is amazing, and it's actually supposed to get up to the 70s today, so very excited about that, being able to hike in my shorts and t-shirt for once. Anyway, I'll check back in a bit. This is the White Rock Overlook. Maybe it's called White Cliff Overlook, I'm not sure. But it's a pretty nice view. It's a little hazy today. I wouldn't say it's one of the best views in Maryland. Maryland does have some really good views, especially from the Washington Monument to the Black Rock Overlook. There's a few really nice views there. But this is the only really good view we're gonna get on the section of trail I'm hiking today, so I wanted to show it to you. All right, I'll catch up with you later. So I'm at the top of the hike for today, and the AT goes this direction. If you take this path here, it takes you to a place called Lamb's Knoll, and former military installation up there. At least I think it's former. It's kind of neat if you go up there and look around. It's all fenced off and stuff, but I think it had something to do with communications maybe in the Cold War and our country's nuclear deterrent. So that's just a short side path. It's not officially blazed. I'm not sure if you're really supposed to go up there or not, but I went up there once and that's what's there. All right, so I'll get back to you with any more cool stuff. So one of the questions I get asked a lot is, where do people stay when they're on the trail? Do you just go out and camp in the middle of the woods, or what do you do as far as that goes? And it kind of depends on what state you're in and local regulations as far as whether you can camp on the woods anywhere. There's rules, 100 feet from the trail or 200 feet from a water source, that sort of thing. In Maryland, you can't. You have to stay at a campsite, or in this case, what I'm showing you here is a shelter. And there's a privy shelter. I don't know if you can see it through the woods there. And then if the shelter fills up, or right now with what's going on, I think they don't want you to stay in the shelters necessarily. There are also campsites around the shelters where people can pitch their tents. Here's a little fire pit area, so at night if there's a bunch of people here and they want to just sit around by the fire, they can. I'm not sure where that path goes. I imagine maybe down to a water source, but this is one of the options for where people stay, is in a shelter. Where I turn around is a backpacker campground, so I'll show you that when I get there. And then the other thing people can do is stop at things like hiker hostels along the way, or even catch a ride into town and stay at a hotel, as well as, of course, if you're in the right state, just camp in the woods anywhere you find a nice spot. So I hope that answers that question for all the people who've asked it. All right, I'll get back to you. I'm here at the Dahlgren backpack camping area, which is where I'm going to stop today and eat some lunch and then head back. But it's pretty nice. Under normal conditions, this is a bathroom and a bathhouse, and it actually has a shower, which, as far as I know, is one of only 2 places where you can camp that has a shower. I think there's a shelter that has one in the south, maybe in like Georgia or North Carolina or Tennessee. But other than that, I don't know of any kind of official camping spots where you can also get a shower. The water is up there. One of the nice things about Maryland is every so often there's actually a well where you can get water out of, rather than have to go to a creek. But there aren't a lot of creek crossings in Maryland anyways, so I guess that's a good thing. Down here is some tent pads. I think I'm actually going to set up my tent because I got it a couple months ago and I've never actually set it up. Seems like that might be a pretty important thing to know how to do. So I'll give that a test run. Over here you have your bear pole, so you hang your food bag on that pole. That way if any bears come in, they can't get it and it won't be in your tent, so they won't have any interest in coming in your tent. So alright, I'm gonna eat some lunch and I'll get back to you when I've turned around. Alright guys, so just getting back to the park and there's some people coming. I'm gonna shut off and get back on in 2 seconds. Alright, take 2, so I'm back, and I think it was about a 15-mile hike. Nothing too exciting happened on the way back. I set up my tent. It was a little bit of a disaster, but I'm glad I did it so I could see what I needed to learn. So yeah, today is a success. I just wanted to basically have something so that anybody who I tell can follow me here can know that they're in the right place, and also get a little bit of footage so I can edit it together and take a stab at loading something up to YouTube and hoping it all works, since I've never done that before. So alright, signing off.